Hello, people. And there was a big movement of Bitcoin today, and some of the researchers are calling it possibly the biggest theft in the history of crypto. Or it could just be Roger Ver like screwing around and like basically making us lose our minds. But it was $8.6 billion from crypto wallets that have been dormant for a long time. It did go through BCH first, which is why people are looking at Roger Ver. But Coinbase has highlighted this. They say it's an unusual 8 billion Bitcoin transfer. Now at $100,000 a coin, it's slightly above $100,000 a coin, but let's say it's $100,000 a coin. 1,000 coins would be 100 million. 10,000 coins would be a billion. So you're talking roughly 80,000 Bitcoins being moved. Slightly less than 80,000, probably more around the 70,000 Bitcoins mark. But that could also become a big drop in price if people move it through places like Tornado Cash and then sell it. So that's what we don't actually want to happen. So dormant Bitcoin wallets stirred unprecedented curiosity across the crypto sphere after Coinbase's Connor Grogan identified approximately 8 billion moved from unused addresses on July 5th, 2025. The substantial value of Bitcoin transfer might stem from compromised accounts, and that's what we're afraid of, suggesting significant security implications, and there would be a lot of security implications. Connor Grogan, director of product strategy at Coinbase, noted the sudden movement of nearly 8.6 billion worth of Bitcoin from previously dormant addresses. This activity gained attention as these wallets had been inactive for over a decade. I think some of them were activated last in 2011, so this is stirring up quite the alarm. And you know what? It should, if that's the case. The transaction was preceded by a test on the BCH network, hinting at a discreet attempt to validate private keys before shifting the main BTC assets. Now, since it was a discreet attempt to validate private keys, that could be bad. That's why these people are saying, hey, this could be an illegal action, and they could be trying to steal over $8 billion in Bitcoin. Implications of the funds transfer point towards unauthorized access, and that is very big. The manual transfer pattern and BCH activity suggest this was not an exchange wallet. If foul play is confirmed, it could mark the largest crypto theft in history. The precise transfer pattern and associated BCH activity suggest this was not an exchange-related movement containing specific manual elements that diverge from typical institutional structures. Security concerns have escalated, drawing attention from both crypto and traditional financial sectors, although no immediate market disruption has been detected yet, since the funds remain in new wallets without liquidations. Market and community reactions have varied. So, obviously, we definitely need to keep an eye out on this because, if it's an $8 billion theft, and even if they bleed sell it, which they probably will, because they sell it all at once, it'll really tank the market. And I think them drawing $8 billion at once, that's going to raise a few law enforcement eyebrows and it will point things back to them. But if they actually bleed sell it, won't be so obvious. But something like this could counteract Michael Saylor's buys for the next month, 2 months, 3 months. And I think Michael Saylor is really the only thing keeping us up at this point. So if there's a counteraction, we might definitely be stuck and going down for the next couple of months. Now, it won't be long term because Saylor will buy more than 8 billion eventually. But this could actually be pretty devastating, especially because they're not going to sell this BTC on the OTC market. They are definitely going to sell it through the exchanges, so it'll have a bigger effect on price. So hopefully this is just Roger Ver screwing around and driving everyone nuts and not actually, a big theft. So CoinCU's research indicates potential security reforms and increased scrutiny in crypto sectors following these activities. Such significant activity highlights risks inherent in wallet security and promotes dialogue on the need for regulatory frameworks to mitigate future breaches. So, it's very hard to say if this is an authorized access to a wallet or an unauthorized attempt at stealing. If you actually hear reports that this amount of money is going through a mixer, you might want to exit your crypto positions, because if that's the case, that probably means that they stole this money and they're going to bleed sell it very, very slowly. And obviously that would actually not be great for us. This is already not that great for us, but that would be even worse for us. So yeah, we really do need to keep watch of all of this. And, this is something that This is really something that people need to pay attention to, and usually the amounts stolen aren't big enough to trigger like widespread attention in the industry. But $8.6 billion, definitely enough, and definitely enough to trigger like a big sell-off if they actually go through a mixer and then start selling it. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.